If you were in the MLB, what would be your nickname?
Big Matthew.
Why is that?
My name's Matthew, and I'm big.
All right.
What about you?
Hells
yeah, welcome back. Oh.
You might use that. That would be good.
That's good. That's good. What would you be? Who?
Bailey?
AI brain?
Yeah, it'd be AI brain. How did you know?
Yeah.
Next,
Cause you just like talking AI.
Next week we should come up.
And
with...
you're a really big fan of AI too,
I don't
especially
like
when
AI.
it makes art.
No,
especially when it makes art and uses a lot of water and creates a lot of CO2. You're a big fan of that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, do we want to get into how you learned about AI images not being sourced ethically? Is that how you want to get into it? Because I remember getting a picture of a toad as a samurai in the Studio Ghibli art form in like 20...
It was not Studio Ghibli. It was ink.
Oh, it was ink. Okay, I'm sorry. Studio Ghibli's like the big Twitter buzz right now.
Yeah.
People were doing it. Sorry. You did it in an ink form of art, and I said, is this AI? And you're like, yeah, it's pretty sick.
Okay, listen. God forbid someone learn that something's bad. God forbid somebody learns and has a really, really like eye-opening experience and realizes that, hey, I messed up. And you know, I'm taking accountability for that. And God forbid someone learn. God forbid kicking dirt in my mouth every day, you.
Well, you accused me of using AI.
Yeah, well, you learned. I'm sorry. I had to.
No
Don't
one
keep
gets
that in.
that. No one gets that.
Yeah, but don't keep it in.
The whole joke up to it was really good.
It was really good. Just bleep it out and people have to guess. Bleep out. Oh yeah, well you learned beep.
We're leaving that whole part in, and I'll beep it out both times.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Welcome
like
back,
that.
guys. Thanks for joining us on that. Neither of us learned that. But we are back for episode 16 of 101 The Goob. That's a lot, dude. This has been super, super fun. It's about 4 months in. How are you doing today?
I'm doing crazy. How about you?
Crazy. You're doing crazy?
Yeah, I'm doing crazy.
What does that entail?
I ate like a few Johnny Pops before this. I drank some soda, and now I'm drinking water.
Are you home alone?
Home alone, yep.
Okay. Should we do
What about you? How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. Yeah, living life. It's one on the Goob after hours. It's a little late, so I'm sleepy. I'm not gonna lie, again, guys. Listen up here. Listen up here and listen close. I'm sleepy, and I'm sorry about it. I'm here to talk Phillies because I love talking Phillies. This is the highlight of my week every week. And to everyone listening right now, you guys are the highlights of my life. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate y'all. And if you enjoy it, tell a friend, please. I would really appreciate it. It's my favorite thing to do. I wasn't planning on getting into some rant about how much I enjoy doing this with you, Matthew. But right now, it's late at night, and I'm feeling the type of way. This is the highlight of my week, Matthew, and I'm very excited for this. Are you excited for today?
Yeah, quite frankly, you're running on fumes, and I run better when I'm sleepy.
That is true. Matthew's gonna log in this episode for us.
Sorry, I was really trying to think of how to just like totally ruin your sentimental moment. But no, I also love you guys.
Tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend, and if you don't call or freaking phones. I'm gonna freak out.
What's the number, Matthew? Off the top of your head, give it to me.
717-207-3626.
All right, the number is 717-803-7302. Let's call in and see what we've got.
Are you trolling me?
It seems like we may have a voicemail.
It seems like
2 new voicemails.
New message. You know, I have a bone to pick after that one. I was so rudely cut off from my detailed wedding plan that I was giving you guys, and I was so nice, and I was like offering you guys a spot, and I'm gonna pay you an exposure, and you just cut me off because it reached the max time limit. Like, what are you talking about? What are you actually? I think.
Okay, I think this is the second message.
I can't, guys. I'm actually like unsubscribing, unfollowing. I'm reporting you guys.
We're
like,
losing subscribers.
It's actually like it's insane, and it's because like I was a loyal fan up until now. I let you know, and I cannot stress this enough. You guys are going down. I will find you. I will hunt you down, and you guys will never be allowed to record
Really?
anything again. Your house
This is a long message.
All your possessions.
I think this is why she got cut off.
Broken. I want you to keep your
This
eyes
is the second one too.
now and forever.
It sounds like a threat.
To replay this message, press 1.
No,
To delete, press
I'm not
7.
worried.
I'm
To
gonna press
return
7.
the message sender's call, press 8. To
Delete
save,
that.
Press 9. For more
Play the first
options,
one.
Message marked for deletion. New message.
Yeah, delete that. Quite frankly, we don't take threats.
I was a serious inquiries only. I have a very important question about you guys' like availability to like I was like seeing I have to do I'm trying to find entertainment, and I was like really wondering if you guys can like do a wedding.
Do a wedding?
I don't know if you need like more information, but like
I hope we don't burn this
kind of-
bridge.
kind of like
Yeah,
far
we were
out,
thinking
like,
about
like
it.
a destination wedding. We're going to Cancun.
Cancun?
Me and my fiance, of course. We're getting married in Cancun, and we're really, really big fans of the podcast. And
Well, thank you
really
guys.
hoping that you guys are available to
Just totally flip.
podcast at our wedding. I mean, of course, like you don't have to you don't have to actually be there. It could be like just at least do like a live show almost.
Yeah, we could do a live show.
Yeah, we've never really-
at my actual wedding. I think it'd be
We never
better
really-
if you guys were just like in your room and
Oh,
I'm
like we're
on the
live streaming.
laptop, but, like, I just play it on projector.
Yeah, we could do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we could do a live show. We've been thinking about that.
It might just be like I don't think about doing like anything like a concert festival. I was thinking of doing like
I see why they got cut
something, like,
off.
stages.
Yeah, quite
So,
frankly.
Should we just cut it there?
For the dance stage and like the
I mean,
like,
honestly,
stage,
they already
like,
burned the
everyone
bridge with
on
us.
the main one, you know.
Is
We
this the
might as
same
well
person?
burn it first.
Normally,
Sounds like it.
normally at like cool one. And then
Bye. We're not doing your wedding.
For deletion. There are no more messages. Main menu. To listen
Look what this
to your
guy's saying.
messages, press 1. To send a
Oh, it
message.
didn't hang up. So yeah, we'll do that live. We'll do the wedding.
Really? You think we'll do the wedding? Really? Yeah, call into 101 the Goob if it's real. If it's not real, don't even bother.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit out of hand, to be completely honest. So
Quite frankly, I said it once and I'll say it again. Bailey went through hell to get these phones. Can you bleep that part? And quite frankly, we're so angry. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm pretty upset that we lost business over something we
using up
can't
our
control.
minutes.
Yeah, they're using up our minutes. We only have so many minutes.
Yeah, we only have so many minutes. And quite frankly, you're using them all up by talking about whatever you want. And quite frankly, we want to talk ball. We
Yeah.
want to talk baseball.
Yeah. You gotta call in. It's gotta be about baseball or not baseball, but it can't be mean. New rule.
Yeah.
Goob Hotline can't be mean.
All right, hold up. Let's list off a few rules for our audio listeners.
That's a great
all right.
idea.
No meanness.
No meanness.
We got to be nice. Be kind, okay? Rule number 2, no threats. No threatening. That's bad.
Yes.
Rule number 3, no blackmailing. That's also bad. Rule number 3, let's talk some baseball, all right?
Yeah. You don't have to talk baseball. Rule number 3 is optional.
Yeah. No, that's 4.
No, you said 3 before you did it. I was just gonna say it was 3-3.
Yeah, don't worry. Rule number 3: you don't have to talk baseball, but let's make it productive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's have a little bit of professionalism here, okay?
And rule number 5: speak clearly, so then we can make it on the podcast. All right.
And the golden rule: do unto others as you wish to be done unto you.
Yeah. Do to others of which you wish to be done to yourself.
Bryce Harper's back. He was back in the lineup as of recording.
I almost just spat my water out. Could you imagine? Bryce Harper's back.
I thought it was.
I was like, I just set up my computer. All right, sorry.
As of recording today, Bryce Harper's back in the lineup.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hells yeah, is what I say.
Absolutely. How excited are you about Bryce being back?
I believe in my notes I have Bryce Hoppy back in town, baby.
Wawa after that, I'm assuming?
Yeah, implied. But yeah. Quite frankly, Bryce is back, baby.
Matthew, can you walk me through a few more of your notes here? I think that might be a good experiment.
That's all I have.
Just the Bryce Hoppy.
On Bryce.
Bryce Hoppy's back, baby, implied.
No, Bryce Hoppy back in town, baby.
Okay. So that's the...
And then
That's your entire notes page for today?
No, on Bryce.
Oh, okay. I just meant... Just fire off some of these notes. I'm dying to hear.
Oh, you want me to fire off some of your notes?
So,
yeah, so, I mean, what?
Yeah, go ahead. Come on, let me hear it.
What are your thoughts on Bryce Hoppy?
I'm very excited for Bryce Hoppy, but I'm much more excited to hear just your notes. I think this is really
You want a
exciting.
few of my notes?
Yeah, I think we need to... I think maybe people have been too accustomed to hearing my notes during the episode. I think they want to hear yours.
Yeah, quite frankly, let me get some of my notes together.
Yeah.
All right. Drum roll, please. Welcome to How Much Does Bailey Know About Baseball? In this game show, we see how much does Bailey know.
Wait,
6 questions.
What? I thought these were gonna be nonsense. You have trivia questions for me.
Yeah, I have trivia questions for you. These are my notes. You wanted me to read my notes.
This was not remotely what you provided to me. You said, okay, never mind. No, it's okay. Now I know our pre-recording meeting means absolutely nothing to you. You're gonna blindside me with a quiz.
No, I'm not blindsiding you with a quiz. It's a game show that's, welcome to How Much Does Bailey Know About Baseball. In this game show, we see how much Bailey really does know about baseball. 6 questions. Let's see how many this fella knows about baseball, play ball. That's what I have written down.
What's the prize?
What's the prize? I don't know. Maybe this chicken?
Okay, fine. Play me for it.
All right. 6 questions. Let's see how much this fella knows about baseball. Play ball.
I don't even want to play. Who
pitched the only perfect game in World Series history in 1956?
I have no clue.
Okay, 10, 9,
I don't
8.
know.
Oh, he doesn't know. Don Larson. Really? You don't know that?
No.
Who holds the records for most career hits in MLB history?
Is it Tony Gwynn?
And Pete Rose. Didn't know that.
No,
oh my gosh. What was the first material used to cover baseballs?
It was I just saw a video about this. I got nothing, man.
Cowhide. Really?
I was gonna pick it's now pig hide.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was cowhide, but I wasn't sure if it's now cowhide and was pig hide. So I didn't want to.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Who was the first player to reach 500 home runs?
First player? Babe Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Yeah.
Baby Ruth. There's one of 6. Who's known as the father of baseball?
Father of baseball?
Mm-hmm. Imagine having that title.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's someone from like 1905. No, it's a newer player. No, you're just shaking.
I don't know
your
when
head.
he's from.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
leading you on.
Okay. Father of baseball.
Come on, hurry it up. We got a time schedule.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. It's. Dang it. Um, I laugh too much at your jokes to do the thing where I'm pissed at you. I'm trying my best to do it. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Um.
All right, you took too long. Henry Chadwick.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
How many stitches does an official MLB baseball have?
Oh, 153.
Nope, 216 by hand.
I know it's by hand. That's why there's the variance. Did you hear about this season with the? So Andrew McCutcheon put out a tweet or an X post or whatever you want to call it. I still call it a tweet. I'm bleeping out what I just said after that. It's just a tweet.
Bleep it all.
Yeah, bleep it all. Andrew McCutcheon put out a tweet talking about how he had asked why. There was a specific clip. There was a Juan Soto home run that was hit out at 113 miles per hour exit velocity at like 32 launch angle. That's a home run almost every time, and it wasn't. It was a fly out to the warning track. McCutcheon quote tweeted that video and said that he actually spoke with somebody. The seams are higher this season. Can't figure out why it is exactly, but the ball is.
You mean like beefier?
Yeah, they're sticking out further, which is increasing drag, specifically when hitters are hitting the ball, obviously, including when pitchers are throwing, but more importantly, when hitters are hitting. And so balls are dying at the warning track more often than they have been in past years. Something they're trying to fix. Yeah.
Would that also increase the amount of break that a ball has?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's pretty sweet.
That's why pitchers will throw the ball back sometimes if they don't feel like there's enough of a. It depends on the pitcher, obviously. Some pitchers like a very like low seam, but some of them like the really high seams so that they can get more grip on it. Absolutely.
I thought they were just trying to piss the umpire off. That's what I would do. Just constantly just.
I just want to do that though. Sometimes they just need time.
Me too.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But they say that there's a difference between the balls you grab. Sometimes you grab a ball that's much softer than another ball. And obviously to someone like us, like if I were to grab my ball right now, it would be like, oh, I can't tell this difference between another one. But they've touched millions of these baseballs, millions in their time. I mean, they touch 130 a game or whatever. So
they can touch them all, baseball man.
They can touch them all, baseball man. So it's really interesting, but they'll be like, oh, if it's a hard ball, I'm throwing a fastball. If it's a soft ball, I'm throwing a curveball. You know what I mean? Like that level of impact is what this has on it, which is super interesting. Yeah, I really liked that game, Matthew. I'm sorry that I didn't know a lot of the answers. I'm not like the baseball history isn't for me, unfortunately. I like
that's fair.
The current day Phillies, and I like to keep up to date as much as I can. Like the obvious ones, Babe Ruth, I can get stuff like that. But the father of baseball, no clue. I don't even remember the name after you told it to me.
Hey, remember those for your next trivia night, my dear listener. My dear listener.
That's a great point. We should try and do more trivia. That was fun. Maybe I'll try and come at you with some Iron Pigs trivia.
Ooh,
because
that'd be fun.
You're the big Iron Pigs guy.
Yeah, Iron Pigs Nation.
I wanted to get into Max Kepler and Rob Thompson over the past couple days here. They've kind of what seemed to be butting heads seemed to get calmed today on the broadcast, and before the broadcast, Rob Thompson was speaking with the media. And his exact quote here is, the comments that he made, I think, have a little bit been blown out of proportion, because he told me basically what he was trying to say is that he likes to play every day. That's frustrating when you don't. Matthew, when I originally, we'd briefly talked about the Max Kepler comments that were made. I want to get your opinion on just originally Max Kepler's comments before we even break into what Rob Thompson had said. Are you familiar with what Max Kepler had said?
Essentially, he just didn't appreciate being platooned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think as any baseball player or any player of a sport, like, you want to play the game. Like, that's your job, that's your passion, that's what you do. So it's like when you're being benched for other people, it's like doesn't feel good. And yeah, so it's like I feel like that's a natural thing to feel, and that's a natural thing to express to a coach and to a manager, and it's like,
To a coach and a manager,
yeah,
not to the media. Unless you feel like that's
That's fair.
something that
That's fair.
should be communicated to the media.
mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to push
Yeah,
you.
I mean-
That's where I'm
Oh, no,
at
no.
right now.
No, that's fair. I wonder, was it prompted by him or was it asked? Like, because like if he's just being honest, like, I don't really see an issue with that.
Yeah, I guess I don't know the full story either
Mhm.
there. Yeah, I guess I just think personally that's something that you still keep to yourself and keep
That's
behind
fair.
closed doors. Max Kepler has started in 60 out of 80 games to start the season. And he's batting .209 with a .676 OPS.
Yeah.
Get with a little bit more pressure on you there, Matthew. Give me some thoughts off the top of your mind here.
Max Kepler, what the hell are you thinking? Right?
Sure.
Oh no. I think that is a good point though. It's like I didn't really think about it that way. Like you want to even if everything's not fine, like you want to convey to the world especially in sports and
Especially in
professional sports
Philadelphia.
that everything's fine, because it's like you don't want to make it seem like there's issues going on anywhere in the team, because that's just going to show and that people will be able to exploit that. So it's like that is a good point, like not to express those frustrations to the media, which then gets spread and put out of proportion, and it's like Max Kepler hates the Phillies, and then everyone's yelling at Max Kepler, and then he starts to slump, and then we give him a standing ovation, and he does better.
And everyone's getting the popcorn. They're sitting down.
Everyone's getting the popcorn, and everybody's getting the Cracker Jacks, the hot dogs. Quite frankly, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts, Bailey?
Yeah, I guess what I wrote down here is that my original opinion when I heard Max made those comments was very harsh. But that's where I get my initial reaction to a lot of things is extremely harsh, especially with this team. I am a very black and white type of fan, and I try my best to talk myself down when I get really frustrated. But it can be really frustrating in that moment to see, like, this is what we're complaining about right now. You've gotten ample playing time. He has not been nearly as good defensively as the claims were when he was coming over here. He's on a 1-year deal. I'm not really in the business of keeping Max Kepler happy, besides the fact that I just wanted to produce this season and this season alone. Obviously, rooting for the guy. I like him, and when he came, I was very excited. There's recorded evidence of us both being extremely excited about Max Kepler coming to the team and becoming part of this culture here. But Rob is going to be the best person to have an opinion on this. He's always going to have his players back, which is one way to take it for sure. But if he's not upset about it, then I think we're good.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like the thing about Rob is that it's like there will be like the situation where it's like everybody's like starting to freak out and like panic starting to come up, and then Rob's like, he's a good guy. It's just like, oh, we're good.
I mean,
like,
Rob's seen everything. He's been in baseball his entire life. He has his teams back, and that's what he's all about. I would like to see him keep the pressure on some of these guys. I mean, ever since Nick had that blow up, we haven't seen him pulled defensively besides when we were up 13-0. There are times we can still pull Nick Castellanos just because he got mad, and there are times where Max Kepler doesn't need to start against the lefty just because he got mad. So let's just make sure we're staying consistent, Rob. But I agree that he is consistent, which is awesome. It's tough. It's tough. He's doing things differently this year, and I'm proud of him for that. Just
hey, you know what? Someone clip this, send it to Rob. Hey, Rob, we're proud of you.
Hey, Rob, we love you.
Hey, Rob, you're great, Rob.
Hey, Rob, you're a nice guy.
Hey, Rob, you're good at baseball and managing baseball.
I watched Bad News Bears for the first time yesterday. It's an old 70s baseball movie. It's about this like minor leaguer burnout that's like 60 now, and he there's gonna be lightning and thunder this whole episode. I apologize in advance, gang.
No, this is the Lightning and Thunder late night episode.
Yeah, lightning and thunder late night episode. But
Coming out at 8 a.m. Sorry.
I'm blanking on his name right now.
Eat Miser?
Walter Matthau.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's the main actor in that. He looks a lot like Rob Thompson. It was pretty funny. But the movie was good. It definitely has aged a lot. I mean, 70s baseball comedy is not necessarily going to be the most clean cut. A lot of slurs and stuff like that, unfortunately. Besides that, movie was pretty cool.
Bailey laughed the whole time.
I did not.
Sorry.
I didn't laugh a whole lot, actually. The movie was funny. But no part had me really giggling, to be completely honest.
Yeah. You were there for the ball.
I was there for the ball. But it's a cute story. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm going to watch...
I do like the title.
Yeah, it's a great title. It comes
Bad
from...
News Bears.
it comes from every time he would say, you know who we're playing next week? They'd say the team name, the Yankees. And what's that mean for the Yankees? Bad news for the Yankees, because they're the Bad News Bears. It was cool. It was really cool. I'm trying to watch a lot of baseball movies this summer. Ones that like I've never watched Field of Dreams before.
I really want to. I watched parts of it with my grandparents, and I really want to watch the full thing.
Gotcha. I think tonight I'm going to
movie.
try and put on A League of Their Own, that Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also looks pretty good. I've heard really good things about it.
You should watch Moneyball.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time, actually. But yeah, Max Kepler is kind of like whiny and annoying, and we don't like him anymore. But let's
Hold up, wait, yeah. Someone clip this and send to Max Kepler. Hey, Max Kepler, you're doing good too.
Someone clip this and send. Someone clip this and said this is the Phillies. Hey guys.
Wait, hold up. Someone clip this and send it to the Phillies. Ready?
Do you want to explain it to our audio listeners, please?
They can turn the video on.
He gave 2 thumbs up. We went 2-4 this past week in baseball land.
Wahoo!
A very frustrating series, getting swept by the Astros.
Oh wait,
down there
Sorry,
at.
That's my bad. I had it flipped.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's bad.
Yeah, absolutely. We got outscored 5-1 down there. 4-1 down there.
Rough.
But our starting pitching has been outstanding. Between the two
Best in the world.
series, best in the world. Between our 2 series here, in those 6 games, starting pitching went 34 innings and 2/3 with 5 earned runs, which translates to a 1.3 ERA, 41 strikeouts in 34 and 2/3 innings of work. That's a 10.65 K per 9, Matthew.
That's crazy.
That is absolutely highlighted by Ranger Suarez. 2 starts, 14 and 2/3 innings, 2 earned runs allowed, 15 strikeouts. How do you let him walk after this season, Matthew?
You don't. You keep him in Philly, and he loves Philly, and he stays forever.
That's
And quite frankly, who's winning Cy Young this year, and why is it Ranger Suarez?
it's Zach Wheeler, but
I know.
but if Ranger puts up a fight, that's awesome. He's something special, man. I feel like I get to this point every season where he's in this role, and I'm just like, wow. Did you see that video of him striking out Matt Olson, and they're both laughing it off?
Yeah.
That changeup was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life. He is...
Yeah.
He just has so much fun out there, too.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's got to be a Philly for the rest of his career. If that means not re-signing Kyle and not re-signing JT, I am at that point. Ranger Suarez has to be a Philly for the rest of his career. I couldn't bear to see him, because where he's going to be. He's going to go to the Mets. He's going to go to the, not by his own choosing, but that's just going to be what's paying him the most. And he's a Boris guy. He's going to end up there, and he's going to dice the Phillies every single time he plays us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we just can't have it. We can't have it.
Quite frankly, if we're ever versing Ranger Suarez, I'm not watching. No, I'm kidding. I love Ranger, dude, and it's like if he like I will legitimately be heartbroken. Like I'll be heartbroken if he walks. It would be the end.
He's one of those players that if he were to leave, he's like staying in my rotation of players I follow. Like without a doubt, if it's a Ranger night, I'm tuning in. It was the same way when Cole was down in Texas when he was with the Rangers and the Cubs. If Cole Hamels was on and I was able to watch the game, I'm sitting and watching the game. Just the memories with Ranger, man. Do you have any thoughts on the Astros series? We can brush right over it if we want to.
Nah, bunch of cheaters.
They beat us. They swept us, only scoring 4 runs all series, Matthew.
Quite frankly, that PMO.
Yeah, like it could only. There's only one possibility that's worse than that. Getting swept with only scoring 4 runs is unreal. Braves series though, we took care of business. First career home run for Otto Kemp was pretty awesome. It was nice to see in Game 1 we kind of put that Astro series to rest, putting up 13-0 against these Bravos, who as of recording are a half game up on the Miami Marlins right now for 3rd place in the division. So keep a tight eye on that because the 2 close races in the NL East this season are between the Mets and the Phillies for 1st place and the Braves and the Fish for 3rd place. Suck it, Braves.
Yeah, suck it.
Change your name.
Change your name.
Romano in Game 2 blew up, allowing a grand slam when we were up 2-1 in the 7th inning. Pretty frustrating there. I was getting into it in the TikTok comments about this right here. Seeing the bullpen kind of blow up here, Matthew, but also seeing what happened in Houston. What do you feel is more important at the deadline? Do you feel like a bullpen arm or a bat is more important at the deadline? And did you see me get into the Twitter comments?
Yeah. I really think, especially with the loss of Alvarado, we need a bullpen arm. It's like obviously like the one game when we hit. Like you know what I mean? Like the potential's there, but like unfortunately, like yes, there are times when the bullpen comes out and like they do their job, but it's just like it's not outstanding. It's not crazy. It's just like they do their thing, you know? And it's like that's sometimes.
Yeah, and I want you to stick to your point. If you wanna back off, you can. But what I was getting into it with is the fact that we don't have a bat sitting somewhere right now. We do have 5 aces, and when playoffs come around, you only need 3 of them. So obviously this is with seeing what everyone has to offer. I mean, Nola post All-Star break, post Ielston if he's playing this season, see what he has and what he has back. But
speaking of which, happy 10 years, Nola. We love you,
dude. I'm so happy for the dude. I remember when he got like I remember his first start because it was the start after Cole Hamels' no hitter. I've these past 10 years with Aaron Nola have been something special. There was just a comment on somewhere that said, no one will ever stick with you more than the one player who was good on your team when your team was really bad. And that's Aaron Nola for me. Reese was good, had his high points when the Phillies were really bad. But, like, man, Aaron Nola was a source of light when we had absolutely nothing going for us. And it's just really, every time he makes a milestone, I'm just so happy to see it because I just have been there the whole time. But that being said, if we have Zach Wheeler, Chris Sanchez, and Ranger Suarez for playoffs, is Jesus Luzardo not a 1A arm out of the bullpen? He's top tier.
Yeah.
Other way around. Ranger has closing and playoff relief experience. Just say Luzardo's on a crazy kick to end the season. Zach Wheeler game 1, Chris Sanchez game 2, Luzardo game 3, and Ranger Suarez whenever you need him in those 3 games to come in.
That's kind of a crazy just option.
That's without adding anything to the bullpen yet. I think we can fix usage on Strom, but when Alvarado gets back, we can throw Strom on the IL for the remainder of the season and then have him come back for the playoffs, and hopefully he's figured it out. But that's why I'm pretty firm on my belief that I think a bat is much more important than a bullpen piece, because right now, I mean, Marsh is starting to come back around, but are we going to rely on that? Kepler is starting to have some semblance of competitive at bats, but are we going to rely on that when it comes playoff time? Yeah, so I just think that your opinion is dumb and stupid, and that mine is right.
Quite frankly, I changed my opinion.
You can't. You already stuck to yours.
We should sign Shohei Ohtani, actually.
Oh, we should sign Shohei Ohtani.
We should sign Shohei Ohtani.
Tarek Skubal to use in the bullpen.
Tarek Skubal for the bullpen. Cal, big dumper.
You have to play catcher.
Yeah, have him catcher.
Oh, Aaron Judge. We should play Aaron Judge out there.
Aaron Judge. We could put Aaron Judge out there.
Well, we don't really have right. Nick plays right field already, so he could play like third base.
Yeah, we don't need Aaron Judge, actually. We got Nick Castellanos.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite frankly, that's my thoughts. And actually, my thoughts are probably more better than yours.
Yeah, they are. They are. What are some of your thoughts on the Braves series here?
You know, it's the Braves. Yeah.
Killer analysis.
Quite frankly, I was thinking, like, it's kind of like the Braves. So, I was trying to think to myself, like, do you think, like, you hate the Mets or the Braves more?
It changes. So I think I hate Michael Harris the most. I don't know why. Besides, like, Marcelo Ozuna, who's, like, a bad dude. But,
yeah.
Have you ever seen Michael Harris go on his Twitter rants before? It's totally okay if not. After the playoffs last year, not last year, 2 years ago, he crashed out on Twitter. It was nuts. He was, like, quote retweeting random Phillies fans just, like, talking at him in the replies.
That's crazy. And
he's like, I'm a pro player, you'll never be nothing in your life, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm good, man. You're corny. I'm sorry. You can't take a little bit of razzing on the internet.
Cornball.
Who do I hate more? The Mets.
That's fair.
Yeah, what about you?
That's fair. I don't know. It's like the Mets, I think, feel sometimes more like a rival, but, like, the Braves feel like the bad guys. You know what I mean? It's like the Mets and the Phillies just feel like more of a classic rivalry, whereas, like, the Braves and the Braves and the Phillies, like, it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like a cinematic movie, like, they're the bad guys.
It's very,
you know what I
it's
mean?
very,
like,
very Marvel. Like,
yeah.
Bryce Harper's
it's like,
Captain America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Captain Phillies. Captain Benjamin Franklin.
I know what you mean, and I think I do hate the Mets more. Yeah, that used to be really intense. That used to get really physical. Phillies Mets, and Reese was kind of the last little bit of that, and he still does like to chirp Jeff McNeil. But more specifically, just Chase Utley used to really give it to the Mets, and that was always awesome. So I guess Chase Utley's hatred for the Mets carried over to my hatred for the Mets, and so I'm gonna vote Mets there.
We need more fights in baseball.
I agree. It's entertaining. I want more umpires getting all angry and what?
You should be allowed to tabletop them.
You should.
Once a game.
Yes.
That should be allowed. They can still eject you, but you get to tabletop them.
I saw. I was listening to something by by John Boy Media, and one of the guys had brought up an idea of obviously not just eliminating the intentional walk, but finding a way to incorporate it that isn't. James Wood got intentionally walked 4 times on Saturday.
That's wild.
The people who went to see James Wood play did not get to see James Wood play. And that is an issue with baseball. There are things like that, or you can go and the player has a terrible day. And, like, that's part of baseball, and people kind of have to come to grips with that. But it was an interesting thing brought up. Do you have any interest in eliminating the intentional walk? Do you like the intentional walk? Do you have a solution to replace the intentional walk?
Have you ever seen, like, those leg wrestling things?
Yeah.
Where, like, the people kind of lay down on the floor, like, shoulder to knee, and they go, like, 1, 2, 3, and then they wrap their legs around each other, and they try to flip the other person. I think whoever wins, so if the batter wins, then they actually get a double walk. So they get to go to second. But if the pitcher wins, then they get to intentionally walk them just 1.
And what if they... Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm following.
So it's like, and it counts as a double too.
It counts as a double, not a walk.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
No, I like it a lot.
I was thinking about maybe...
Because imagine all the work it goes into flipping someone with your leg.
That's true. It's a lot of work.
Have you ever leg wrestled?
I don't think I have, but we could do it for a video.
You don't want to leg wrestle me.
All right, guys. 15 likes on this video. Me and Matthew leg wrestle live.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go live for 15 seconds on the YouTube channel, and then we'll delete it.
This is... Okay, wait, hold on. This is actually for real. 15 likes on this video. Me and Baylor are going to leg wrestle live.
If you're this far in, comment, "I'm here for the leg wrestling. Yeehaw," and we'll give you a heart.
Yeah. If you're this far in the video, comment down below, "I'm here for the leg wrestling. Let's get leg wrestling."
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
My idea...
That'll let us know. It's like a little communication.
My idea was maybe just have a limit to how many times you can intentionally walk, so that way people are more
how many?
frugal with it. 3. I think you get 3 per game.
3 per person?
No. Matthew, do you have anything you want to get into before we get into the Goober of the Week?
Yes, actually, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Andrew Painter, future All-Stars. That's always fun.
Yeah.
He's probably not gonna play, but also it's just like, it's cool to see him there, and you know he's gonna be doing his thing.
Yeah, he absolutely should get that recognition.
And kind of on top of that, it's like you were saying how we have 5 aces, like with him coming up, like he's a top prospect, and it's like we're just gonna be loaded. We're absolutely loaded.
I'm super excited. If Painter comes up and can perform at the major league level, that's gonna make the conversation even easier, or I guess harder, if you really want to think about it. For when it comes bullpen time for the playoffs, I don't think they'll put Painter in a bullpen role no matter what, just to protect the arm. Don't want him having possible back-to-backs or anything along those lines.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I've got a really good Goober of the Week this week, Matthew. Obviously.
Let's hear it. I've been on the edge of my seat waiting to hear this.
Okay. So, this Goober of the Week combined over the past week for 20 2/3 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, and 26 strikeouts. It is Chris Sanchez's glove. Chris Sanchez's glove was worn by both Chris Sanchez and Ranger Suarez for his 2 starts. And Ranger, keep that glove on. Happy Goober of the Week to Chris Sanchez's glove. Congratulations. That's a pretty good Goober of the Week, right?
That's an awesome Goober of the Week, and I actually love that.
Yeah.
Shouts out Chris Sanchez glove. If you want to hit us up on Twitter, we will go ahead and send you out a mug for your glove, and
or a little pin.
Ranger can share it.
For the glove.
Or a little pin.
I'll
A
make
little pin of a mug, of a Goob mug.
Yeah, I like that. That'd be fire, dude.
That'd be sick.
Little
Little enamel
enamel
pin.
mug pins that say 101 the Goob on them.
That's that. Are you writing it down? Oh, I thought you were going to jot it down.
Dude, that's fire. That's good to keep in mind. Matthew, you got anything intelligent to leave our lovely listeners with?
Yeah, quite frankly, if there's 2 Phillies pitchers, 3 or 4 maybe that are going to the All-Star game, and you got Uber voting, then why are you picking Zach Wheeler, Ranger Suarez, Jesus Luzardo, and freaking Chris Sanchez? Why are you picking all 4 of them? Really?
You can't vote pitchers.
You can't? I thought pitching voting was happening.
Oh, did that just open? I thought
it was going to open.
I don't.
Like soon or like next week or.
I don't think pitchers get opened for voting.
Oh, that's my bad.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, scratch that.
Yeah, no, they
Just
don't. I
just
thought it was
do
maybe a new
one
thing
long
that I
bleep.
wasn't aware of.
Just do one long bleep.
No, we're gonna keep it in.
Don't keep it in.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it in, but you can hit them with like a sit down, eat your popcorn if you want.
All right, maybe next time when you're coming home from work, turn on 94.1, listen to some Phillies. Maybe, stop by Wawa, get a hoagie. It's a hoagie fest. And then once you get home, turn the TV on.
Pop some
Maybe listen to T-Mac, listen to Crook, get some popcorn. Go ahead, pop it in the microwave. Make some hot dogs. Your jersey.
I'm gonna start talking,
and
but
all
you
your
keep talking,
favorite
okay?
merch. All your favorite
And
merch.
this has
You
been
could have
101 The
your
Goop,
Iron
episode
Pigs cat.
16.
And you could.
I hope
could
you all had
eat
a
some
lovely time
popcorn.
listening today.
Get some hot
we love you very,
dogs,
very
maybe
much.
some mini hot dogs.
Make sure you check out the
some
YouTube,
French fries. You can get
the
some
TikTok,
French fries.
and the Spotify.
Some crab fries from.
We're not
some
trying to
crab
push up
fries.
any of our other
You
things.
can get some crab fries from.
Just right now, what we're
Chicken
focusing on
with
is
some
the
cheese
TikTok,
sauce.
which is really big. If you
You
could
can
give
get
us a
some
follow on
cheese
TikTok,
sauce with
that'll
the
go a
crab
long way.
fries, and you can also.
And the YouTube
You could
subscriber
also
number. We're
probably
also
get
looking
some.
to get up. We have an Instagram.
Vinegar for the fries.
Once we
Right?
start,
Vinegar goes hard.
once we start putting
And then you could
more
also
graphics
get, like,
together, some more of the Instagram
Ketchup.
posts will go
You
out.
can get some ketchup for the French fries.
But you know what?
That really
I'm gonna let
goes
Matthew
hard.
keep on going here.
But
you guys have a lovely
it
night.
does give me heartburn.